Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is April the 11th, 2018. Strong hand, personal responsibility is the new counterculture. Fitting in is overrated. Hey, and remember, people, it all starts with one Bitcoin. That's why we call this the One Bitcoin Show. Let that be your first goal. Get one, then two, then 10, then 21, then 210. You know, keep on going, people. All right, strong hand. Check out the notes section below Trezor, Tour Guard, discounts, all sorts of good things for you privacy type of people. Also, I'm wearing the bitcointothemoon.com shirt. You can check out his site, bitcointothemoon.com, if you want to get a nice t-shirt like this. Okay, and yeah, I'll give a quick schedule because people are asking about that again. St. Louis on this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Email me at adam@trezorhelp.com if you want to hang out. I'll be emailing some of you guys back tomorrow morning, hopefully, because it is a very busy weekend in St. Louis. Then Los Angeles, I'll be there from the 16th to the 24th, and I'm speaking in Century City on the 17th. Get your tickets below are the links. And then after that, I'll be in Denver from the 24th until May the 1st. And I'm speaking at our event in Denver on the 25th. Andy Hoffman will be there. Vortex will be there. All sorts of people will be there that are World Crypto associated. And of course, you can check me out on the World Crypto Network podcast. That's linked to below also. Then I will be in Portland, Oregon, May 1st to May the 10th. And after that, I'll be in Seattle, May 10th until May 15th. And then I'm going to be in Bergen, Norway. Going back to Europe. I've never been to Norway. I'm excited. It's supposedly a very wealthy country. I'll give you some reports from there and eat a lot of fish, hopefully, healthy fish. And that is May the 15th until June the 4th. All right. So, and then after that, I don't know, after June the 4th, where I'll be. So, and in Norway, if you want me to visit you in Oslo, we can work on something, maybe. Give me some ideas, email me. All right. So, I don't usually comment on the fiat price, but the great Andy Hoffman has a great tweet out there, and he has an interesting observation that will gets me thinking about this, what's going on with the fiat price. This is the first thing I'm reading here, and this is linked to below. If Bitcoin spends the next 12 to 24 hours mysteriously pegged around 69.30, then shoots up to 7,100 and settles at around 70.30, we'll know someone big is taking a huge position. And that was in follow-up to a tweet, and I should have probably read this one first, of his that says, is it a coincidence that on Bitstamp, Bitcoin was essentially pegged to 66.30 on Friday, 67.30 for most of yesterday, and last night around 68.30, and 68.30 today? And will it still be a coincidence if the next day or so it suddenly jumps to 69.30 and gets pegged there? So yeah, he's noticing some patterns there where it's hanging around the 30 mark within a 100 number, and then it jumps 100 the next day. I don't know if someone is playing around, if there's a big person keeps on buying or selling at that number. It is an interesting observation. The free market is a wild, wacky place where people can do all sorts of things. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I don't usually talk about these type of things. So check out Andy Hoffman also, and he'll definitely keep you up to date. His Twitter is great, and it's linked to below. And of course, check him out at cryptogoldcentral.com. All right. I wonder. Well, first of all, everyone, pound that freaking like button. And yeah, it's late at night, getting close to midnight. After midnight. All right. So yeah, after the 11th, after the 15th, that's tax day. Are we going to notice? Will these games end with the 67.30, 68.30, 69.30? Will there be a big boost in price after April 15th once everyone's done cashing out, foolishly cashing out their Bitcoin to pay their taxes? We'll see. I'm patient. Long-term thinking, strong hand. If it goes up, it goes up. It will be interesting to observe if there will be, if the mood will change after this weekend, because April 15th is a Sunday. I think taxes are due on the 17th. Obviously, I've already paid my taxes. I try to take care of that early. All right. Something I've noticed, I think we're going to look back on some of these banking practices and banking-related practices as old-fashioned very soon because of Bitcoin. And these are things that I've actually witnessed lately. Let me tell you about a credit card of mine. Because I've been paying with my credit card for these Airbnbs, my credit card decided that this is not normal usage of my card. So they have sent me an email or a text, I think it was, telling me that, I have to call them. So, I'm not really in control of my money or my your bank can do the same exact thing. Just shut you down until you contact them, which is a pain, truly a pain. And they're keeping track of you, which is, you signed up for it. One day with the Bitcoin, once we cut out those middlemen, we're not going to deal with these little peculiarities anymore. Then another thing, auctions. I don't know if a lot of you have attended real estate auctions before. But something old-fashioned that you have to do at these things is you have to bring like a $5,000, if you're going to bid, you got to bring like a $5,000 or $10,000 cashier's check. It can be a pain in the butt depending on your bank. You have to pay. Sometimes you have to pay $5 for the cashier's check. I mean, you can't just bid with a personal check. You can't just write a check. They're not going to let you bid because you got to have the money right there. You got to prove to them you have the money. And the way you do it is with a cashier's check. Or I guess if you have a briefcase full of cash, but they might not like that very much. Maybe they will, depending on who your real estate auction person is. But now they should, and some of these guys have people online bidding at the same time as people in the auction house are bidding live. And something that's going to change this is the Bitcoin. You just come in there, you're like, here, I'll send you 2 cents from this address that clearly has $5,000 worth of Bitcoin at it. Here, watch me do this. And that'll prove that you have $5,000 for real, that you can send to them as a deposit immediately if they so need it. If you win the auction, so those are Bitcoin will make all that old fashioned very soon. But I think that if you have been to a real estate auction before, you'll really get that. I don't know how many of you guys out there have. I know there's a lot of younger people out there who don't really have that much economic experience, which is all right. I'm glad you're out there learning, and this is a great way to get into finance. It's better than buying houses in Baltimore, in Reservoir Hill, or wherever, West Baltimore, straight out of Baltimore, baby. All right, no, seriously, getting into real estate is not an easy thing, Pete. There's a lot of 80%ers that try to get into that. You can get it's bad. There's people who've asked me, like, hey, should I spend some of my Bitcoin on real estate? No, especially in inner cities, in the inner city, or even if you're dealing with Section 8, dude. And I have never dealt with Section 8. Praise Hashem. I was not silly enough to do anything with Section 8 in my life, but I know young guys that have gotten into dealing with Section 8 tenants. No, dude, you think you're getting an easy check? No, that's not easy. That's bad. That's bad. So anyway, real estate is it's a lot of government intervention. Section 8 is government intervention. That wrecks if you're a renter, that wrecks your price a little bit. That artificially inflates it. Enough talk. Don't get into those games that the government plays up big role in the real estate market. It's not for beginners. I will tell you that. And it's not for impulsive people either. And again, cryptocurrency, way better. That's the new thing. Be a renter. Be an Airbnber who travels all around the world. It's carefree. Trust me, I have owned real estate before. And it can be a constant worry and a constant liability, to say. Bitcoin is not a liability. It's as we say, unconfiscatable. Your real estate can be confiscated, and it's lawsuit proof. And dude, if you own real estate, you are just a target of lawsuits. Again, there's Section 8 ladies. Bam, bam, bam. They'll get you with that lead poisoning. They'll feed their kids freaking lead paint. No, don't say it's made up. Don't say it's made up that happened, because they are some of the people out there. It's unfortunate. They themselves have kids as kids, and they don't know what the heck they're doing once they have kids. They'll do anything for money. It's very sad, very sad. But you don't want to deal with such people in life. You don't. We're talking about 80%ers. That's far worse than 80%er. All right, so let's talk about Steemit real quick here. God, I skipped the whole thing. Steemit, my guy Justin out in Los Angeles, who I hope to see soon, he just wrote a poem on Steemit. And that's the cool thing about cryptocurrency, man. You could be a creative type, a poet person, a musician, and if you're in motion, you can find a way to get into this game and make some Bitcoin. So if you're an artiste, and I know like New York dude, he does cartoons on there. So look, I'm giving you artist ideas. You all say, "Oh, I'm bad with money. I'm gonna go live in the copycat building in Baltimore with 8 other people and pay $400 for rent." Okay, that's a good way to save money. It's a good way to do drugs too. But and I don't encourage that, dude. But make some money. Make some money here. Get into the crypto. Evolve from being the starving artist at the copycat building in Baltimore. Oh, sweet memories. If anybody from Baltimore is listening, they know what is, because Baltimore people kind of, I don't want to generalize, but they like to complain. They're not in motion, a lot of them. But I know some of them mature over time. I've seen some people who were artists once become businessmen. And that's a good, and they can still be artistic. And hey, play around with Steemit. You'll be a businessman and you'll be artistic still. And hey, you, Justin, out in Los Angeles, you made me go on that whole little rant there. And there's, oh God. And when I was in Los Angeles, I remember I had a video. Check out my archives. Of course, everything's linked to below. About the creative people out there that should all band together and just should all get on the Steemit and upvote each other, because there's so many creative people in Los Angeles that are broke because they just become waiters and waitresses. And oh God, I would hate to be that, man. And this gives you a lot of freedom if you get into this type of thing. Be in motion, artist people. And yeah, come out to the event on April the 17th in Century City. I hope to meet artists and anyone, and I will answer all your questions. I'll talk for as long as necessary, before, during, and after, man. I had nothing else to do when I'm out there but do cryptocurrency, Bitcoin-related stuff. And I can't wait to get to sunny California, baby. And of course, this weekend in St. Louis will be nice too, but St. Louis is the same temperature as Baltimore usually. St. Louis is the Baltimore of the Midwest. It is. It is. And that's not saying much. I lived 4 years in St. Louis when I went to Washington University. And it is, it's very, very similar. We're not going to get into that now. All right. The hold chart, or HODL chart. Niraj, it's got a tweet. He made a chart that shows the daily mentions of HODL, that term, on Reddit over time. And it really peaked around December. People using the word, which is kind of good. During all the euphoria, there were a lot of people talking HODL, hold. But now that people are like weak-handed in selling, it's gone down. And that's not too good. I keep on talking about hold. I don't like to use I don't like the word HODL. I don't like it. I like to say hold. But hey, that's my preference. You can do what you want to do. Check out that chart below. Make your own observations. and come to your own conclusions. All right. Yeah, and on Steemit, I'm Bitcoin Meister. Techbalt, TECHBALT on Twitter. You know, that's representing my Baltimore background, as I am from Baltimore. But I'm going to be out of Baltimore on Friday, and I don't think I'll be back until Rosh Hashanah. But hey, all right. So Venezuela, Gabriel in Venezuela sent me this message, and I'm going to read it word for word. My gosh, Venezuelan fiat is tanking horribly. Remember last Friday we talked, it was down 110% from last week's level. Now it's 270% down. Bolivars are being traded at 630,000 bolivar per dollar. I think that's what it is. It was 230,000 2 weeks ago. I think it's due to the upcoming elections and the pressure on local Bitcoin markets. The only point of relief. And people, banks and big enterprises here are trying to buy Bitcoin with their bolivars to buy petro at a discount through local Bitcoins, thus pushing the price up. It was 2.3 billion. Now it sits at 4.3 billion bolivars per one Bitcoin. Whoa. 4.3 billion bolivars per one Bitcoin. And normal people with luck earn 5 million a month. Ooh, that's not good. Well, I just wanted you to know the current situation. You will hear it on the main news in a few more days. Have fun. Peace. All right. The bottom line to this is that the bolivar is it's inflating even worse, and there's elections coming up, and people are worried, so they're trying to get their hands on something real, and that real thing is Bitcoin. He also mentions the petro, so I'm sure the government is going to try to pump up their petro during this too, if it does really exist. Who knows if it does or not. All right, that's the end of the Bitcoin part of the show. And, you know, our guys from Venezuela, it's great to get live reports from Gabriel and Maximo and everyone. So I just jotted this down on this scrap piece of paper. When I hear everyone talking about Facebook and how angry they are at Facebook. Guess what, everyone? Facebook is, they're in front of the congressional, Mark Zuckerberg is in front of the congressional committees, and they're going to get off scot-free. Trust me. They're going to get off the hook. And if they even did anything, morally wrong, I'm sure they probably did something morally wrong. I don't know about legally. I'm not worrying about it too much, okay? I'm not obsessed with Facebook, but a lot of people are. Because they're going to get off the hook because, and in terms of, they're telling you what, if you're hooked on Facebook, they're showing you the news. They're telling you what's the news. They're telling you what's real. They're telling you what's fake. And they're going to get away with it. And they're going to become stronger because the 80% don't want to make their own decisions. They want some big group to tell them what to do. They're just followers. And that's the word out there. How many followers do you have on Twitter, on Facebook, on all these social medias? Well, these 80% are truly followers. They don't want to make decisions. They'll go to the schools they're told to go to. If someone says this is the real news, if it's cool to vote for this person, they'll vote for this person. Whoever the crowd goes with, they will do what they will do whatever it takes to fit in. They don't want to be alone, and it's and I'm saying it's more likely that they're gonna, they'll allow Facebook to tell them who their health insurance will be. I think it's more likely that Facebook will be deciding people's health insurance than Facebook will be rejected because of all this. Because right now there's all this huge uproar. We're dropping Facebook. We're not going to. No, don't worry. All the 80% will stick with it because they love to be told what to do. And yeah, probably Facebook will be the official teller of who your insurance is. They'll pick your insurance for you soon enough. For the 80% at least. The 20%ers out there who can think for themselves, who will have their Bitcoin, they'll just like, you know, whatever. We'll use our Steemit. You can have your Facebook. We're going to make money while you guys are stuck in your own little world out there. So for all of you who think this is the end of the world for Facebook, you don't get the 80%. Okay. They want to be told what to do. All right. All right. All right. So that's the end of the show rant of the day. As you can see, if you're watching this not live right now, click on the links that are up there on the screen right now. Look at them up there. They're real nice. Click on them. Subscribe. Pound that like button. I'm Adam Maestro, Bitcoin Maestro, Disrupt Maestro, remember, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share this video, check out the notes section below. I'll say hi to you guys in the chat right now. Bye.